I'm Earl Stewart. I welcome you to Earl Stewart on Cars Mystery Shopping Report.
Mystery Shopping Report comes to us from Okeechobee, CDJR.
Yeah, for you non-Floridians, Okeechobee, we have a lake in Florida called Okeechobee. It's kind of like a country town, but it's actually a bigger city in the...
cattle town.
Yeah, cattle town. That's a better word for it. Yeah, usually the rural, low traffic, calm areas of the world tend to have nicer dealers. I'm speaking in the first person as if I were Agent Lightning, an amazing undercover agent that we've been using for years now. I arrived mid-morning, walked into the small showroom, taking a minute to look around. When no one came out to greet me, I walked up 2 steps, saw 2 men sitting at a desk. One of them smiled and said, "Hello." I asked, "Is this where the sales office is?" He replied, "Yes, just give me a moment. I'll find someone to help you." A few moments later, a young-looking salesman came out and introduced himself in a soft voice as David. He asked, "What brings you in today?" I told him I was looking for a new Dodge Charger. He then asked if I knew that Dodge discontinued the gas-powered Charger as of 2024 and mentioned they no longer had any new inventory, only used Charger models. And of course, they're going to an EV. So they have a pretend noisemaker so that people won't know you're driving an EV.
It needs to shake the car then. You need to put like a vibration device in there.
What about smoke? You need smoke.
And you need smoke.
Meanwhile, back with David, the soft voice salesman, David asked, "Have you seen the hybrid Hornet?" And I said, "I don't believe so." He told me they had one in the showroom and suggested we take a look. We headed inside, and he said he believed I could get a good deal on it. We walked over to a new 2024 Dodge Hornet. So remember, you got new 2024s. You might even have new 2023s, and you got new 2025. So the 2024 Dodge Hornet RT and Hot Tamale. The Monroney label was in place. The MSRP was $47,080. So you regular listeners know that a Florida dealer with the Monroney label where it's supposed to be is a black swan event. It just hardly ever happens. There was a document printed on a piece of copy paper taped on the windshield. It was a printout of an internal document that looked like a vehicle invoice, but it actually wasn't.
No.
Written in blue point pen, it said, "Sale ends in 72 hours, exclamation point. MSRP, $47,080. Invoice, $46,472. Total savings, $9,108. Sell price, $37,972. We beat all prices, USA. All in ballpoint pen. We sat inside the Hornet, and he told me to go ahead and start it up. The keys were already in it. I did so. Turned it off, opened the rear hatch. Inside was the home charging cord, and David showed me how it plugs into our regular outlet. It takes about 7 or 8 hours to charge the car. You come home, it charges overnight. I said I liked it. Could I get a price? David motioned to the area behind where I was standing and said, "My office is right here. Let's have a seat." He pulled out a worksheet, asked me the usual questions, writing them in hand on the document. Then entered my info into the system. He excused himself, saying he'd be back shortly with a price. Well, it's the old games begin. While I waited, I checked the online listing and noticed the price was, this is online, $35,584. Quite a bit lower than the $37,972 on the windshield. So, that's a no-no. The advertised price, when will they learn? You got to advertise the car. You have to quote the price that you sell it for, plus government fees only. About 12 minutes later, David returned with a price sheet. The top line labeled MSRP retail was $52,000, not MSRP of $47,080. There was a $14,520 special discount. So the selling price was with a few dollars of the windshield price of $37,980. They added $885.84 in government fees, which is crazy. It's almost double what would really be government fees. So that troubles me. Why lie? I mean, the government fees, you're going to find out because you're going to see what the tax and tag is. And so when you double it, you're just setting yourself up for a lot of trouble. They added a $1,294 processing dock fee, $1,294. That's a junk joke. They added $595 for LoJack. And, I wasn't even sure that LoJack was still around, but they still are around. We did a show one time, and we decided to find out. We said, I wonder if they're screwing you by putting the LoJack on. They're charging you $595 for it. I wonder if they really put the LoJack on. So we thought we were going to go check it out. Did you know that you can't find out if the LoJack is on a car?
They wouldn't tell us.
So the opportunity, I probably should keep my mouth shut, but all you crooked dealers out there, go ahead and put LoJack on all your cars. Sell it for anything you want to, because you're not going to have LoJack on the car. You'll just lie, and you dealers know how to lie real well. So put LoJack, charge something for it, and they can't ever find out that you're lying because LoJack won't reveal whether there's LoJack on the car. Besides $595 for LoJack, which may or may not be on the car, they charge $895 for Xylon, which also might not be on the car. He went over the fees, noting that all their vehicles come with LoJack and Xylon protection packages, and he had no choice. Dealer installed accessories. I asked, why don't the prices match the MSRP or the online price? He asked what I was seeing, then said he'd go check the window sticker. He wrote down what I showed him and on my phone and said he would talk to his manager. They caught us. He returned with his sales manager, Todd, who said he was very apologetic because he'd been caught. Todd said, I don't want to lose your trust. She should have said, or I should have said, you lost that a long time ago. I only went off the window sticker David showed me. I never looked it up myself. I take full responsibility. Oh, okay, thanks. That he would love to earn my business, and then David presented me with a revised sheet. That's a standard term, by earn your business. That's, every car dealer wants to earn your business. They don't want to get your business. They don't want to have your business. They want to earn your business.
Or earn that commission.
This time, the top line was MSRP, $47,080. There was $11,496 special discount, which brought the selling price to $35,584. The online price. Finally, the online price. They had all the same things: $12.94 dealer fee, junk fee, Xylon for $8.95. Now my real price was $38,768. I'm exhausted, and $8,312 discount from MSRP. I thanked them for the time, said I'd be in touch. David asked if his manager could speak to me again before I left. That's standard protocol. Explaining they like to make sure they're doing their job, like to make sure you don't get away. I waited, and Todd came back over. He asked, is there anything else I could do to earn your business? I replied, I need to talk to my husband, get back to you. He said, I'll throw in 2 oil changes. And it comes with a full tank of gas. Oh, boy. I thanked him and started to leave. As I was walking out, he said, you live too far away, we'll never see you again. What a strange thing to say. I mean, I replied, not true. I just bought a used Jeep from Gilbert a few months ago. I don't like the dealers in South Florida, so Gilbert must be another Okeechobee or faraway dealer. He laughed, said, I get that. I recently heard Arrigo has a $5,000 dealer fee. But that's it, and voting time.
And then here's ChatGPT's grade. They get a C+. I'm going to give them a C-.
I'm giving them a D.
I'm going to give them an F.
Well, I'm going to go with, I hate to do this. I'm going to go with a D. I had a C- in mind, but when I heard the reasons behind the other scores, I dropped it a little bit. It is pretty bad. Yeah. We were laughing too much. I didn't let the full impact hit me.
Hi, this is Earl Stewart. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to be notified of new videos that we post to our YouTube channel, simply click on the subscribe button and the bell icon in the lower right-hand side of the screen.